In this video, we will be speaking on what it is like for French and Germans to negotiate together, what should and shouldn't be done for it to be a success, based on our negotiators' impressions. Bonjour, I am Sophie de Godemont. I am from Paris, and today I will be negotiating with Herr Meyer.
Guten Tag, mein Name ist Thomas Meyer, and I'm from Germany, more especially from Hanover, and today I will be negotiating with Mademoiselle de Godemont.
I need to prepare my meeting with Herr Meyer later. I should find information about German business culture. What about the Lewis model? What does that say? The Lewis model shows that the German culture is much more linear in its way of doing and communicating. This probably means that Herr Meyer will be much more direct than I'm used to. What does the Hofstede model say? Well, Germans seem to be not as hierarchical as us, but they seem to have an even more long-term orientation, which is quite interesting for us for doing business. However, their uncertainty and avoidance is a little bit low. Otherwise, their cultures seem very similar. I shouldn't be too worried about the meeting.
Since I'm meeting with the Miss de Godemont and I haven't dealt with French people before, I should definitely find out about the differences. Let's just go on Google. Okay, France is a multi-active culture, so she will probably be more emotional and hasty in decisions. I should also look up Hofstede. I think that could tell me something. Okay, France takes less risk and they dislike uncertainty. Very similar to Germans. Meetings are very formal, as hierarchy and your position are really important. Okay. Long-term orientation is in business is very high, also meaning this could be a start of a long partnership. I really like that. And all of the other measures show that there are a lot of similarities between our countries. Nice. I'm looking really forward to this meeting. It's 6 o'clock. She should be here anytime soon. Okay. Okay, it's 5 minutes past and she's still not here.
Hello, Herr Meyer.
Hello, Mr. Godemont. Nice to meet you. Sit down. Yeah, I want to inform you that you're a little bit late. The meeting formally started at 6 o'clock, just for next time. How was your travel?
I was stuck in traffic. Very sorry for the delay and the inconvenience. It will not happen again, Herr Meyer.
Okay. The day was nice, however.
Yes, it was. How about yours? How are you enjoying France?
It is quite nice. I really enjoy the architecture, and the food is also very nice.
It is, always.
Anyway, how about we start with the agenda for today?
Absolutely.
I wrote down a couple of things for today. I'm very thankful that you sent me the contract that early. But I want to talk about Section 3, transportation, mainly delivery, and then also about the insurance. First, yeah, let's start with the delivery, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
I want to inform you that I do not agree with being fully liable for transport. We want you to do it because you are better equipped for it, and we find that the parts being delivered are very delicate and they might break if we would hire a third-party shipper, and we do not have any cargo or yeah any cars of ourselves. So what do you say to that?
I understand your point of view, Maya. However, delivery was a clause in the contract that we do not usually take, meaning that we create the parts, however, we do not usually deliver them. We usually have to hire a third person ourselves. So this is an extra service, as you could imagine, thus extra costs that have to be discussed between you and I. I would have to run your demand through my hierarchy in order to give you an answer, a concrete answer, which I cannot myself give you today.
Not at all.
I can tell you I will do my best in order to get your demand through and for my hierarchy to accept it. The service is generally given to good clients of ours, which I can negotiate for you. Once again, I'm going to restate my position. I am not in the position of giving you an immediate answer, which I'm very sorry for.
Yeah, fine. Then let's talk about the second clause, and that's about insurance. Since, now that it changed even more, I want to split up the insurance. I want us to pay the parts equally as we're both part of the process. I don't want to take, or we do not want to take 100% of the liability.
You're talking about the insurance for transportation.
Exactly.
So, what you're asking me is not only to add the service of delivery to your contract, so for our company to hire a third person to deliver these parts safely, but also to take the insurance throughout the whole process of transportation.
Exactly. We want to split it.
I understand your demands and your position at Meyer. These are very logical and make a lot of sense. However, as I said, I will not be able to answer you directly on these clauses, which I will have to myself discuss with my hierarchy. I believe that the delivery can be taken by my company, and the insurance can be raised for us, and we can take more liability. But once again, Emma, you're going to have to discuss costs with your boss. I would like to just state my goals for this meeting. It was notably to see if we could pursue a long-term relationship, a business relationship regarding this project and our companies. And my boss has asked me to see if I would put an approval to this project and to this contract. I believe you are a very serious partner, long-term partner. I can see that you are very committed. And this, for us, is what we were mainly concerned about during this meeting. So thank you for that. Thank you also for your argumentation, which I thought was very interesting to hear. I would like to ask you if you would like to set up a new meeting in 1 month. And in the meantime, I will make sure I get your demands through my hierarchy.
All right. That sounds very considerate. Is it possible to do the meeting within a restaurant?
Absolutely. I was going to offer you the traditional French business meeting.
Oh, okay.
So traditionally what we do is that the client decides where he wants to eat or what he likes best, and I shall take you there. And we shall have a meeting around a nice meal and a nice glass of wine.
I have never been to a boulangerie. Is that possible?
We can stop one before we get a nice meal, absolutely.
All right, perfect.
Thank you very much, Meyer.
Thank you very much, too.
I look forward to having more business with you. Meyer, what were your impressions at the end of this meeting?
My impression with Miss de Godemont was that she wasn't very well used to the German business culture, I find, at first. And I also didn't like that we had no immediate guarantee after talking. And the goals were very unclear at first, and there was no real concession. But however, after the meeting, we were very well on the same page, and I saw that she had very clear intentions in her goals, and her goals at the end of the meeting again were also very well defined. So I think it worked very well together, and I think if we work on our business relationship we can work on these little distances and do business in the future again, hopefully. So Mr. Godemo, what were your impressions after the meeting?
Well, I felt as if Elmeyer was too attached to the agenda at first, and he really wanted to follow it point by point, which is not the usual French way of doing, so I had to adapt a little. He wanted an immediate guarantee that I would change the prices and help him with the insurance for transportation. However, I can't give a quick answer as I have to speak with my hierarchy and discuss this with my colleagues. So that was a bit of a downside. However, I thought that Hermai was very organized. His answers were very logical. His language was very precise, and I feel that it would be a good business partner for a long-term partnership to sell my products to. As has been seen, Herr Meyer and Mr. Godemo have two very different ways of doing that have been influenced by different backgrounds, cultures, traditions. However, these two people can manage to work together if they apply certain rules of international relations: respect, flexibility, and understanding. By applying these three rules, they will be able to start a long-term relationship and maintain it. By creating a strong and healthy foundation to this business relationship, they will be able to exchange for years on end. Thank you for listening.
Further information on do's and don'ts in France and Germany can be found in the appendices of Sophie de Godemo's or Thomas Meyer's report. Thank you for viewing this video.